Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we will be creating a database using the SQLiteopenhelper class. Let's create a new class in our data package. Name it DBHelper.java. Let this class extend SQLiteopenhelper and implement the methods. We need to create two constants, one constant for the database name and another for the database version. You're probably asking yourself, why should I place these here and not in the contract class? The contract class contains information about the tables in your database. The database is the collection of all the tables. Let's use a string to store the database name and an integer to store the version of the database. When you click on the error and click on the red light bulb, Android Studio is asking you to create a constructor matching the super. Click on it and select the first option. You will notice that the error goes away. We will only need one parameter, and that is context. In the super, the name is the constant we created earlier. Set the factory to null and set the version to the other constant that we created. DBBrowser for SQLite is a neat program that allows you to create databases. The link is placed in the description. In SQL, database tables are created with a statement. This program generates a statement whenever we create a table. I usually copy and paste this code into Android Studio. Let's open DBBrowser and create a new database. The name and location of the file is not important. We are only concerned with the generated SQL statement. After you have created all the fields for your table, you can copy the SQL statement into Android Studio. Let's go back to Android Studio. We also need to be able to access those constants in our contacts entry class. We can do that with a simple import statement. We need to create a string to store our SQL statement, which creates the SQLite database table. Then we call execute SQL and plug in the string that we created. You're probably wondering, why do we do all of this? It is an Android best practice. It is not necessary, but it makes it easier for other developers to read your code. I use concatenation in my create SQL string. This makes it easy to maintain your code. Also, if you notice that your table is not being created, check the statement for errors. Now you'll notice that the name of the app has changed to Address Book 2. I had some issues with Android Studio. The Android device monitor refused to work with API 25. I tried to download an earlier version of Android Studio, but none were available. In the end, I had to download API 22. We are now ready to create our database instance. In our main activity, let's go to the onCreate method and type DBHelper address DBHelper is equal to new DBHelper, this. SQLite database DB is equal to address DBHelper.getReadable database. This allows us to create a database when we create our app. We will now check to see if the database has been created. Click on Tools, Android, and select Android Device Monitor. Select your emulator and then click on the File Explorer. Click on the data folder and look for another data folder inside that folder and look for our package name. Inside the package is a folder called Databases. Open that folder and you should see the contacts database that we created. If you enjoyed this video, hit like. To see more videos, hit subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.